What is how you doing, my brother? Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is again so fast. It has come upon us. It's another Friday, which means we're in store for another vendor reset. For this game, we love the division. What is going on, Hella? Hope everyone's doing wonderful tonight. Had to work a little bit later than usual, so I didn't get to get on it 30 minutes till reset like I normally like to do. So I'm getting on 15. I had to run home real quick, jump in the shower, and get this bad boy rolling. Because I always like to get on a few minutes early and give everybody a chance to go pick up them items maybe they forgot about last week, or they didn't get to see, didn't have time to watch the vendor reset or whatnot. So real quick, I'm going to give a quick rundown of this week's items, so you can go pick those items up real quick. Blueprints this week in the terminal. There was the Navy MP5M blueprint. So if you do not have that, go get that right now. It's in the terminal. They got a high-end holster, electronic knee pads, small laser, and extended magazine blueprint. So get in there and grab them. Clinton Safe House. You got the classic RPK, converted USC, stamina vest, and a vertical grip. So go pick them up if you haven't already done so. And the best items from last week, I'm just going to really go over the best of the best. In my opinion, the best buy of last week, the whole vendor reset, was down in the meat locker. There is a God rolled M700 carbon. It's got 169 headshot damage. It's got deadly, prepared, and elevated. That is the perfect guard roll. When it comes to marksman rifles, you're usually going to have high firearms, and so you're not going to be able to unlock all the talents so easily. So you always want to have deadly and prepared in your top two, because those only require firearm stats. You don't have to have any stamina or electronics. And then you can roll competent, balanced, keep elevated, whatever you want in that third slot. So if you haven't got it, get your ass over to the meat locker, pick up the M700 carbon right now. That thing is a god roll. Yes. Duke, what's up, my man? Chris, what's up? Why is Chris? Duke, everybody, howdy doody, how you doing? Give a quick shout out real quick to my man guys, my boy Evan, Duke, and Chris, aka Wise Assassin. You three guys are the original OGs. Y'all are my Duke and Evan, y'all were my first two subscribers. Chris, you were like right there at the very beginning with me too. Great friendship we got. So, we rolling tonight, fellas, after the stream. Are we? What? It's time to run. Well, you're going to run tomorrow night when we do Stolen Signal, and if you don't, then I'm coming down to the place where you live. I don't want to mention it on air, but I'm going to come down there where you live and drag your ass outside, and we'll go from there when I get down there. I don't want to... I'm live. I'm going to say nothing incriminating again. Anyway, so get down there to the meat locker, pick up the M700 carbon before the reset. It is god rolled, deadly, prepared, elevated, 169 headshot damage. Can't beat it. Go get it. A lot of people are going to put competent in the free slot. Go pick up two of them. Put competent on one, put balance on the other, and tell me how your game is. You can pop shot with the marksman rifle when you have balance, because that reticle locks on so freaking easily. What else is really good from last week? Navy MP5N blueprint in the terminal. You pick that up. There is a first wave X45 in the advanced weapons vendor by the gun range that has cool headed on it. Definitely want to get that. There's also a loud vent break there with 17% critical hit damage, 2.5 critical hit chance, 5.5 headshot. So it's really, really good. Wait, tonight or tomorrow going to be my last time for a while. Yeah, everybody, this is Wise Assassin's last weekend hoorah for a little while. I mean, he's gonna be on. I will send you a message. Are you trying to continue with the reset? Oh yeah, no, we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make it happen. I'm gonna rent an apartment right down from the road where you're staying at, and I'm gonna set it up with just a PS4, Wi-Fi, a refrigerator, and a gaming chair. And you're gonna have to, go walk the dog or something. If you don't have a dog, then just get a collar that floats in midair and say it's an invisible dog, ghost dog or something. All right, that's right. Laugh it up. All right, what else we got from last week? There is Clinton Safe House, 4% sticky bomb damage mod. Go pick that up if you need it. Autumn's Hope's got a 252 firearms mod, 1% critical hit chance. You're not screwing my stream up. You couldn't screw my stream up. Cavern Safe House is 6% first aid ally heal. Guys, this is all the last week, the best items from last week. Want to give everybody a chance. You got 10 more minutes to go get them. 6% first aid ally heal for all you healers at the Cavern. I've already said it once, but I'm going to say it again and again. The Meat Locker, M700 carbon, 169 headshot damage, deadly, prepared, and elevated. The Grindhouse has an extended magazine with 120.5 magazine size, 3% crit chance, 4% crit damage. Put them on your marksman rifles. The DZ in the Dark Zone, the Park Avenue checkpoint has an MP5 ST. Low 19% critical hit chance. You can optimize that. It has deadly, meticulous, and sustained. Good for a D3 build. And East 64th Street has a refresh mask, and it's got 938 armor. It's a 1258 stamina roll with 4% critical hit chance, 16% disorient resistance. So last week wasn't that good, but there was some really, really good items, mainly that M700 carbon. Can't say it enough. Go get it. Go get it. What else am I going to cover? I'm going to cover a few things about the state of the game that happened this week. Some really big news regarding drop rates. They're going to be raising the drop rate from 3% to 6% on classified and exotics on all named bosses in the open world. The DZ, come to find out, already had a 5% drop rate. They didn't know that. They thought it was 3%, but somehow it got screwed up, and there's been a 5% drop rate. So they're bumping that up to 6%. What else was there? Legendary missions and incursions. You'll always get your exotic cash. You'll have a chance to have the exotic item drop from that mission. And then there's also going to be a 20% drop rate for classified gear. So when you run one of those incursions or legendary, there's a 1 in 5 chance that you're going to get a classified drop also on that. The supply drops that come with season passes, you see up the top of my screen it says secure supply drop. They never have anything good. I usually don't even get them sometimes anymore. I got to the point where I just quit doing them. What they're going to do is there's now going to be I think a 10% chance of a classified item dropping with that. But on top of what you normally get, they're also going to give you 100 div tech for each one you get. So if you have 4 characters, you can go get 4 supply drops every 2 weeks and get 400 div tech for free. What else we got here? Just trying to run around and warm up. It's going to be a good night. I've got some glitch news. Nothing bad, nothing game breaking. But I'm not going to reveal it on the live stream because I don't want this one to get patched. Because this is actually a very, very good glitch. It involves Dark Zone keys and how to get a ton of them for basically nothing. It's actually not a glitch. It's just a little thing that I found that just so happens to benefit you. So this is something that I have no problem sharing with people. I actually would love to get this out, but I don't want to give it out on my vendor reset. This gets a lot of views, and so if you're interested in how to get a ton of Dark Zone keys, because I used to have a ton of them, and I know a lot of people that had 2,000 and 3,000 Dark Zone keys. But whenever they made it to where classifieds now have a chance to drop in the Dark Zone crates that take the key, I literally burned through like 300 of them in the course of 2 days. And so, but yeah, so I have a way that if you are not big on going out there and killing rogues to get Dark Zone keys, or you don't want to grind the Dark Zone for hours killing name bosses hoping to get some, vendor reset is every Friday night at 6 p.m. Central Time, 7 Eastern, which is taking place in 6 minutes. So in 6 minutes from now, it will be happening. I log on a few minutes early so I can give everybody a rundown of last week's best items so you can go get it. So while I got some new viewers on, welcome. Right now you got 5 minutes. Meat Locker Safe Room, just south of here. Buy of the week, God Roll M700 Carbon, 169 headshot damage. It's got Deadly, Prepared, and Elevated. Go pick it up now. Get 2 of them. Put Competent in one on the free slot. Put Balanced on the other. I'm saying that because I'm telling you, you'll never put Competent in it again. Once you see that you can pop shot with Balanced, it's amazing. I ran Hunter's Faith in the Dark Zone. That's supposedly a PvE build, and went rogue on somebody. I was on the ground. and I pop shotted him, two-shotted him from a far distance, and he went down. It's just a piece of cake. Balanced is whenever you, I might have one on me with balance on. Let me check. Let's see, where we go, where we at. It's got prepared. Elevated. Balanced. Bam. So normally when you aim down sight, this reticle bloom goes way out, but you see how fast it's going in there, and when you're actually putting that reticle on a NPC's head, and you can literally just pop, like, it'll go quicker than that. The second you aim down sight, it's already on them, and you can just, like that, and like, it's just amazing, man. You can pop shots so freaking easily, and a balance is my new favorite talent on marksman rifles, by far. So, go down there and buy that. What else we got? The Cavern Safe Room has a 6% First Aid Ally Heal mod. Go pick that up right now. The terminal, the blueprint vendor in the terminal, right up behind here in the base of operations, has the MP5, the Navy MP5N blueprint. So go grab that ASAP. I own just about all the blueprints. There are a few that I don't own. I'm hoping maybe the custom M44, Elvo, or something like that'll pop up. So, I'm going to go look at them, but sometimes there's nothing on there. I do have friends that are going to be checking the blueprint vendors for me, and they'll be putting them in chat, what those items are, what's in them, and whatnot. And then also what I'm going to do is start up here. I'm going to hit every vendor here in the base of operations. Then I'm going to go over to Camp Clinton. At Camp Clinton, they have different blueprints, and then the exotics are the same exotics, but they have different roles on them. So I'm going to start in the terminal, come up to the base, go from the base to Camp Clinton, then I'm going to go up to Times Square, Autumn's Hope, hit every vendor in the light zone. Then I'll start up in the DZ, hit every checkpoint. And then I got a few friends that are going to go to all the safe rooms while we're doing streaming. If there's anything good, they're going to relay it in the chat to us. I'm just not going to run to each and every one of them in the dark zone for the sake of time. Hope y'all understand that. If not, then I'm sorry. All right, yeah. So if you want to know how to get unlimited amounts of dark zone keys, very, very easily, just let me know. Send me a Twitter message at TSwandol. You can actually, after this vendor reset ends, send me a message here on YouTube, and I'll direct message you back or something. You can PlayStation message me. My name is just TSwandol. Just send me a message and say how to get Dark Zone keys out the freaking Yahoo, and I'll tell you how to get them. If you don't feel like going in there, killing a ton of rogues, or if you don't feel like farming a ton of bosses, hoping to get a Dark Zone key drop, or if you don't have a lot of Dark Zone funds and you can't afford the consumable caches that you buy for 25,000 Dark Zone credits, can drop between 0 to 3 keys. Now, there are some that you're going to buy that you'll get 0 in it, but then there's a bunch that you will get 2 and 3 from. But anyway, if you don't have millions of Dark Zone funds, let's just say you got 100,000 Dark Zone funds, and well, that's just going to give me 4 caches, and if I get 3 in each one, then that means I get 12 Dark Zone keys. That's not that much. With that 100,000, yeah, don't go do that. I can guarantee you over 100 keys. So much easier, so much better, so much funner. Anyway, where we at on time? We are almost there. We got 2.5 minutes left. Yeah, it's going to be a good weekend, y'all. State of the game, they are going to be upping the drop rate on classifieds and exotics. It's in development right now, so they did say hopefully it'll be coming to the live game soon. Right now, open world bosses in the light zone have a 3% drop rate. That's going to be raised to 6%. Open world bosses and name bosses in the dark zone they thought was at 3%, but when they went in there and looked, somebody had actually put it in at 5%. That's why if y'all have ever watched my dark zone farming streams, we just get so many classifieds and exotics, man. I mean, one night we ran for 2 hours and got 14 exotics and like 12 classifieds in 2 hours. No kidding. It happens all the time. So that's going to be bumped up just a little bit more. What's going on, Evan? Division crash for you? That sucks. Need to upgrade from that 56K dial-up, man. No, I'm just kidding. Whew, it's 6 o'clock. Let's get this thing started, y'all. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. All right, so this week, Stamina Knee Pads Blueprint. I'll never buy them. And then we've got this holographic sight. That's all that I'm showing up. My man Rounds per minute, he's very good about checking them all out and letting us know. 229 blueprints. I'm actually going to go through these because these are good. If you don't know, if you're building a skill build, you can always hey there, buddy. If you're building a skill build, you can always get a 229 weapon, and that way you don't have to meet the requirements if you got more stacked into electronics or something. Or if you take it in the last stand or skirmish, it's all automatically going to be upgraded up to a top tier 256. So let me write down the terminal. We've got the 229 PP19 enhanced, PP19, and a 229 tactical SASG. All right. Loud vent break, so really nothing worth the damn. Alright, let's go see what we got over here in the special equipment vendor. For the sake of time, I'm not really going to go through all of the gear sets because of the classifieds. If you see something that you're interested in, let me know, I'll stop. I'm mainly going through weapons, mods, things like that, high-end gear. And then also, I've got a way that we can take PvP back to the way it used to be. Stick in, I'm going to let y'all know here in a little bit. When I fast travel, all high-end builds, having fun, no more gear sets, straight fun. Let's get this thing started, though. Got a Historian here with 142 headshot damage, really, really low on that, with competent, trained, and history repeats. The Centurion this week has Unforgiven in the free slot, or in the bottom slot, not the free slot. The Pecan this week has 20% damage to targets out of cover. It's got Predatory and Adept on it. So it PVE. I mean, it's a PVE gun anyway. The Cassidy this week's got a pretty low 290.5 on the stagger. It's got Capable and Predatory. And the Liberator has 21% enemy armor damage with Swift, Predatory, and Determined. So that could actually be a pretty good PVE Liberator if you don't have one, you're looking for one. Let me write that down. Special equip. 21 enemy armor damage. Liberator with Swift, Predatory. Alright, going on. We got a military M9. It's got Expert and Brutal. Tactical UMP 45. This little bad boy hits hard. It's got 21% critical hit chance with Hurried, Self-Preserved, and Ambusher. If it didn't have self-preserved on it, I would actually, if it had anything, deadly or something, that would be a really good one so you could roll Ambusher off. We've got an Elvoa C here, 18% enemy armor damage. It's got Sustained, Deadly, and Commanding. So it's not the best, but it could kind of come in handy. Maybe you could put a Dominant or Determined in the top slot, make it a tack link build. We got a double barrel sawed-off this week with Ferocious, Accurate, and Sustained. So another we've got the SOCOM M1A, 146 headshot damage. Capable, Toxic, and Dominant. Jesus, horrible. And last but not least, the military L86, 19% damage to targets out of cover with Prepared, Swift, and Brutal. We got a Rejuvenated Mask this week, and it's got 10% exotic damage resilience. It's not bad. And then Disorient Resist. Disorient Resist is actually really good. A lot of people are using that Disorient Sticky Bomb or whatever, the Disrupt one. So let's see here. Let's go on down. We got a Forceful Chest Piece with exotic damage, enemy armor damage, and kill XP. Specialized backpack, 1187 on electronics roll. It's got a really nice armor roll on it. Critical hit damage, and again, disrupt. So, yeah, not that great. You could always put skill power on it and then optimize it to get it higher, but yeah, not even going to talk about accomplished knee pads. We've got a sturdy holster here, 929 on the armor. It's got really low rolls across the board, so again, I would just pass on that one. And the cunning gloves that never seen anybody use. But that comes with skill haste, enemy armor damage, and SMG damage. We've got a 259 electronics roll with 2931 health and a 5.5 sticky bomb explosion radius. Got an extended mag that's really low, 113 on the sides. It does have 4% critical hit damage and 3% critical hit chance. Beautify, what is going on? Got an SR7 suppressor here. 18% critical hit damage, 2.5 on the critical hit chance, 2.5 stability. It'd be nicer if it had the critical hit damage on it. I mean, headshot damage on it, critical hit damage, whatever. Yeah, if you don't have one, it is a good one to grab for now. But if you have some of these, then yeah. Any exotic damage resilient mods? There is... No, not yet. Just got it started. But no, not yet. Vertical grip. This one is 46% optimal range, 2.5 stability, 4% critical hit damage. Actually, really good. If you use a marksman rifle, I would highly recommend putting one of these on it. I don't use the small grip anymore. I use the vertical grip. And when you combine that optimal range with prepared, it is a beast. Thank you, Evan. Let's take a break. All right. Is this the terminal ones? We got classic AK-47. 47. Navy MP5 again. 5 again. Holster, stamina knee pad, small grip. Terminal. Okay, cool. Small grip. I already got one of them, but nice grip. And then the tan blueprint. I'm gonna keep going. All right. Thank you, Evan. Thank you. Classic AK-47, Navy MP5 in a small grip. Grab it. Oh, one more thing, everybody. So the other night we were down in the underground screwing around. My buddy Evan here, rounds per minute, got a house, shared it with the dude. It was awesome. We were about to come back up to go to the dark zone, and he was like, he went to the vendor down there, and you know the vendor in the underground sells, the only thing they sell are these right here. Well, he was like, man, I got 5,000 Phoenix credits, and I'm not going to do anything with them. So he was like, I'm just going to buy some of these Gear Seal caches. So he bought 10 of them, and out of the 10 he bought, he got 3 bonus items. I think 2 classifieds, 1 exotic, or 2 exotics, 1 classified. I bought 8 of them, and I got 2 items out of it. So out of 10 items, he got 3. Out of 8, I got 2. That's not bad. So if y'all got 5,000 Phoenix credits, go buy some of the Gear Seal caches, and they have a chance to drop classics and exotics. It comes as a bonus item. I was shocked. It was awesome. Alright, look at my man right here. That's what I'm talking about. Let me write this down. Camp Clinton blueprints. We've got Snub-Nosed Rhino. Rhino. The SASG-12. I bought that. I wouldn't recommend buying it. It doesn't have an underbarrel slot on it. It's just a regular one. Stamina backpack. Pick that up. And get the Tyrant suppressor. And get the Pro Red Dot. I use that one all the time. So actually, really good vendor, really good blueprints this week. Are you gonna SWAT up today? Possibly a little bit later. Oh, I mean, I am a little bit later. I got a group kind of locked in right now, but we'll work with you, Javaris. How you doing today, my man? Had a good time running with you last night. Glad we were able to get you to level World Tier 5. And shout out to my dog, Wides Assassin, Dukester, Hella, and Jen for dropping exotics and classifieds for Javaris here. Alright, advanced weapons vendor this week. We got a tactical M1911 with expert and capable. We've got an enhanced AUG A3P, 21.5% on the critical hit chance. It's got capable, vicious, and meticulous. ACR, 20% enemy armor damage with dominant, skilled, and swift. There's a tactical SASG-12 with 321.5 stagger, predatory, responsive, and vicious. Oh yeah, like that. I like that. Give me a second. Let me write that one down. Advance. 12 with predatory response. Vicious. All right. We got an M700 carbon, 161 headshot damage. It's got toxic, ferocious, and elevated. So if you didn't get the one in the meat locker last week, shame on you. And we got a military MK46 with 21% damage to targets out of cover. It's got meticulous, ferocious, and dominant on it. Heavy spring magazine. It's got crit damage, magazine size, and a 9.3 rate of fire. We got an Osprey 45 suppressor. It comes with 16.5 accuracy, 5.5 headshot, and 4.5 on the optimal range. There is a small grip here. Pick it up. It's maxed out, 19% critical hit damage. It's got 5% reload speed, 2.5 stability. So small grip, 19 crit damage, 5 reload, 2.5 stability. And then we got the EXPS3 holographic sight with optimal range, crit damage, and accuracy. So definitely pick up that small grip right there, y'all. That's 19% critical hit damage is maxed out. That's as high as you can get on it. There are a few people that have legacy small grips from I think 1.1, 1.2 that carry 20%, but yeah, you can't get those unless you had one saved up from the end. Alright, let's check out this Dark Zone vendor real quick. Alright, we got a Paratrooper SVD, Duke. 154% headshot damage. It's got sustained, skilled, and discipline. Never mind, pass on that. There's a pair of... Alright, we got a 228 firearms mod with 3150 skill power. Really low on the firearms. Stay away from it. And a PEQ laser with some accuracy on it. And then, of course, the consumable cache. 25,000 Dark Zone credits, and it has a chance to drop 0 to 3 Dark Zone keys. The Dark Zone now, these the crates in there have a chance to drop classifieds. I am not going to give my little... It's not really a glitch. I don't want to call... I'm going to call it a glitch, but it's not a glitch. But I don't want to give it away on the vendor reset because I don't want them to patch this as a potential to help a lot of y'all that didn't get to do the global event. So, if you want to know how to get a ton of Dark Zone keys without having to go farm the Dark Zone, farm rogues, or spend... If you don't have a ton of Dark Zone credits to spend, like, you know, just go buy a ton of them caches, then hit me up and I'll tell you how you can get hundreds of them very easily, and it's fun. Alright, the weapons vendor here this week, we've got a ACR with 24% enemy armor damage, which is the max, and it has prepared, capable, and brutal on it. And then down here we got a foliage green hand stop that's got reload speed on it. These are really good for running on LMGs. The gear vendor over here this week is running with the resourceful backpack, 1272 armor. It's got a nice 1266 firearms roll, however it does got stability on it, and then disrupt resistance. And then we got a 188 firearms mod with 3% damage to elites. So let's go base of operations gear. 188 firearms. 3% damage to elites. And a 2% pulse critical hit chance mod. 2%. Alright. So that's going to be it for the base of operations. I'm going to jump over here to Camp Clinton, and I'm going to check the special equipment vendor here. It will have the same exotics as the terminal has. It'll just have different roles on it. So, sweet. Check it out, everybody. I have started a new character, third one. I was going to get the character up to level 30 real quick so I could make it a healer build. I have all 14 classified sets, and I have some of them on my main character, some on my second. I wanted to get a third up and put them on there. Well, I got it all the way up to level 29, decided to go screw around in the Dark Zone for a minute, and at level 29 you get all high-end gear. Well, I have now decided not to get this third character up to level 30, and I've been having a blast running around in the Dark Zone, level 29 in the game. So I have all gold gear. I got the rapid chest piece, refresh mask, savage gloves, specialized backpack. It is so much fun. And then it dawned on me, like, you know what? These were the days that I loved PvP. I love it now, but the classified sets and all that's kind of ruined the real experience of PvP to me, in my opinion. Like I said, it's still fun. I like to do it, but I would encourage y'all, get a character up to level 29, go play around in the Dark Zone, get all these high-end gear again. I'm trying to get as many friends as I can on PS4 to do it. A bunch of my buddies are already doing it, and we're going to go in the Dark Zone, and we're just going to actually PvP each other. This is when PvP came down to skill and not whose classified set has the best bonus and can proc 10 times without going on cooldown so you live forever, or who's spamming shotguns to get up to 100 stacks or putting you on a bleed that you can't do nothing about. So yeah, I would recommend everybody start a new character, get it to level 29, go in the Dark Zone, get all the gold gear, and just have fun. Holler at me, let's do it. I'll help you power level your characters up. So, alright. Here at the Camp Clinton, we got a pecan with 21% damage to targets out of cover. It's got predatory and accurate on it, so not too bad if you're looking for a PVE gun. I used to love it back in the day. I actually used to love the pecan until they made it an exotic, and then I quit using it. The Historian this week, another one, just really low headshot damage at 149. It's got Determined Adept on it. The Liberator, it's got 19% enemy armor damage with Fierce, Self-Preserved, and Deadly. This actually wouldn't be that bad. You can put like Competent or something in the middle slot, optimize it to get a little bit higher. Um, oh man, I'm talking about something else. You just giving yourself out there, Beautify. All right, the Centurion has Expert and Unforgiven, just like the other one. The Cassidy this week, 323 on the stagger with Deadly and Vicious. Uh-oh, with Boomstick. Check that out if you want to. We've got a custom PF45 with Proficient down in the bottom slot. Hey, we got an MP7, 21% critical hit chance with Adept, Vicious, and Talented. Put Deadly in the free slot. That might. That's a lot of crit. A lot of crit. Got a military SA58 burst fire 3-round burst gun. Super high damage. Takes a little while to get used to, but it's actually a good gun. 21% enemy armor damage with capable, vicious, and swift. We've got the regular SASG-12. This is the one that got a blueprint for sale on. I was telling y'all, I bought the blueprint, and then I realized this one sucks because you cannot put an underbarrel on it. You want the tactical or the black market. But anyway, it's got a 350.5 stagger. It's got vicious, responsive, and destructive on it, so it's actually really good. It's actually a really, really good one, so, you can still use it to build them stacks up. Alright, custom M44. This is my favorite marksman rifle in the game. Got a perfect 172 headshot damage with toxic, swift, and harmful. So, blah. Military RPK 74. 20% damage to targets out of cover with sustained, commanding, and swift. Alright, we're going to jump down. Like I said, I'm not really going to show the gear set pieces so much unless you want me to. I'm going high end and mods. Got a Tenacious Mask with extremely low armor on it. It's got 1260 firearms, and it's got damage to elites and all resist. We got a Reckless chest piece this week, 1865 armor, 1231 firearms, 9% exotic damage resilience, 4% all resist, and it's got ammo capacity. So really not a bad one if you need one. You could put health on it, where all resist is, and you'd have a pretty decent Reckless chest piece. Got a Relentless backpack. Again, really good armor. Decent firearms roll at 1257. 8% or 7% critical hit damage. 15% disrupt. Alright, sorry I had a bad taste in my mouth. Alright, Prosperous knee pads. I'm gonna go crap. Alright, we got a Nimble holster here. Here we go. If you've never used Nimble, it is pretty damn fun, especially if you're just starting the game. It could help heal you when you're doing these missions. 989 on the armor. It's got a good 1261 firearms, low on the salmon roll, 1233 decent on your electronics. It does have skill haste, so if you've never used the Nimble, you're just getting up to World Tier 5, you're doing some, challenging missions or whatever, check it out. You run cover to cover, and you heal yourself, so it's not bad. Got a pair of Savage gloves here with 927 armor. It's got a low firearms roll at 1128. It's got marksman rifle damage, enemy armor damage, critical hit chance. So these could be used for PvE. You can put assault rifle damage or whatever if that's what you're using where marksman is. And you can always optimize it a little bit to get the firearms up higher. Here we go. We got a Stamina Exotic Damage Resilience mod. So this is really not bad. I'm going to write this down. Beautify, this is what you're looking for. Clinton. 265 stamina, 2.5 exotic damage resilience. And then we got a 3.5 ballistic shield damage mod. I'll put that down. 3.5 ballistic. If you're running the D3 set, I would highly recommend you run these mods. 4% is the max. I see a lot of people that are getting the Ballistic Shield Damage Resilience. The Ballistic Shield Damage mod actually adds 3.5% damage to your gun, to your SMG. So if you equip 4 of these ones on there, you're doing 14% extra damage. If you get the 4% ones, then you're doing 16% extra damage. So we got a extended magazine here. If you don't have one, or if you don't have a blueprint for one, this would be a really good one to run on marksman rifles or SMGs. It's got 117 on the magazine size, 4% critical hit damage, 5.5% rate of fire. I know some people that would pass that up because it's at 117 instead of 120, but really the difference between 117% magazine size and the 120 is maybe 1 to 2 extra bullets. So, if you don't have one, pick it up for the time being. We got a Osprey 45 suppressor with accuracy, headshot, damage, and optimal range. Vertical grip with 44.5 optimal range, 4% critical hit damage, 2% accuracy. And then a CQB-SS scope with stability, accuracy, and crit hit chance. And again, if you got a ton of Phoenix credits to burn, buy these green gear set sealed caches. I bought 8 of them last week and got 2 bonus items, 1 classified, 1 exotic. My friend Rounds Per Minute bought 10 of them and got 3 bonus items. I think it was 2 classified, 1 exotic, or 2 exotic, 1 classified. I'm going to start up at Times Square and hit all the safe houses going around from here. In the meantime, State of the Game did talk about the drop rates are being worked on right now. They will be increased. Open world bosses are going to go from a 3% drop rate to a 6%. The Dark Zone bosses, they found out were already at 5%, but they're going to bump that up to 6%. Incursions will now have a 20% chance to drop classifieds. You'll still get your exotic cache, and you can still get the exotic drop, but there'll be a 1 in 5 chance that you'll get a classified drop from it. What was it? The monthly supply drops for season pass holders will now have a 10% chance to have an exotic or a classified drop, and then you're going to get 100 div tech, division tech for doing each one also. Oh, and then they're going to be adding a cache in the vendors that you can buy. It's going to be a classified cache. It's going to cost 2,500 Phoenix credits. So you can buy, if you got 5,000 Phoenix credits and you're trying to get that last piece of Nomad or Striker, you can go buy 2 caches and hope to get it. Now, what they did say is if there's no global event going on, then there's a total of 84 classified pieces, 14 sets. Each set has 6 pieces. So if there's no global event going on and you buy one of these caches, it's going to be one of the 84 items that are available. If you buy it during a global event, then whatever 3 or 4 classified sets are being released during that global event, they'll guarantee that you will get one of the pieces from those 3 or 4 sets at that time. So it's 2,500 Phoenix credits for it for 1 classified piece, but if you're like most people, you're just burning through Phoenix credit, or you're always max out on them, and you just go buy random crap just to get them down or roll gun talents. I actually spent 3,000 Phoenix credits the other day just rolling 1 talent on a weapon. So, all right, here we got a reckless chest piece, 1885 on the armor. It's got a low 1155 stamina roll. It does have health on it, all resistance, and increased kill XP. Got a electronics bleed resistant mod, and another 3.5 ballistic shield damage mod. So I'm actually going to write this one in since this one doesn't cost any Phoenix credits. And I'll get rid of that one. Autumn's Hope. 5 ballistic shield. Alright, let's go to the next one. Hope everyone's had a wonderful week. It's been it's actually been a really fast week this week. It's just flown by. Let's see. Smack Kid. Huh. Yeah. Yes, I have a 3rd character. Got it up. I was going to power level her up to level 30. Make her my healer build. Got to 29. Started getting all these high ends. Went in the Dark Zone. Started getting high ends. And then it dawned on me. A lot of people say they missed the days of PvP before gear sets and classifieds and all that came in the game. Well, I've got a 3rd character who's at level 29, wearing all gold gear. I absolutely love it, and now I'm getting friends that are going to get there, and we're just going to run around the Dark Zone in level 29, PvPing each other, where it's going to come down to skill and not how many times can your Nomad proc, or, how powerful is your bleed. So if you're like me and you miss the days of Refresh Mask, Savage Gloves, Specialized Backpack, Vigorous Chest Piece, then get you a character, get it up to level 29. If you're on PlayStation, hit me up. I'll help you power level the character up to 29, and let's start having fun in the DZ again and just start PvP. And it's also nice because I'll go in there and I'll go farm the landmarks, and when I go to extract, I just put myself on the rope and leave because there's literally nobody in there. So another hint if you want to get a character up to 99 real quick. Anyway, alright, we got a infantry MG5. It's got 20% damage to target out of cover with accurate, commanding, and self-preserved. And then we got a small laser pointer with accuracy, 4% critical hit damage, and 4.5 optimal range. Let's hit the next one, Dante's Run. Yeah, it's been a blast. And then I also have a secret. I'm not going to give this out on the live intercept restream, or the stream here. This stream actually for me gets a lot of views, in my opinion, for my channel. And I don't want somebody to get this information and send it back to the devs and be like, hey, somebody found a way to get like a ton of Dark Zone keys, and you know, now Dark Zone, in the Dark Zone, the crates that take the Dark Zone keys have a chance to drop classifieds. And so if you don't feel like going in there farming rogues, or if you don't have tons of Dark Zone credits to buy those consumable caches, if you get a hold of me off stream, or if you come join any of my other live streams that I run on a nightly basis, I will tell you how to get unlimited Dark Zone keys fast and easy. Alright, we got a rapid chest piece here. It's got nice 1981 on the armor. It's got a low stamina roll of 1139. It's got a 9% exotic damage resilience, 15,200 health, and it's got increased kill XP, so you could always put ammo capacity on it, optimize it a little bit to get that stamina up, and you'd have a nice rapid chest piece. Alright, we got a electronics disorient resistance mod, and a 232 electronics with 2% all resistant. Just horrible mod all around right there. Completely horrible. Don't share it until I hit a million. God, dude, the game will be dead by then. I don't hit a million. God, till it hit me. Crazy. Nah, man, I'm not like that. I'm the kind of person that I'll tell you. Now, if it's some kind of glitch like that RPM glitch and stuff, I will never reveal that stuff. I've never used any of them glitches. I never will. The only glitch I ever did was the invisibility glitch, and that was just because one day I was extracting, and a rogue killed me, and I didn't know where it came from. I was so pissed off, and then they did it again. And I noticed the bullets were coming through the wall or whatever, and that's when I found out how to do it. And me and my friend, I actually recorded it. Me and him went invisible, and we went to extractions, and we actually helped people extract. When rogues came up to kill them or whatever, we would actually kill the rogues and stuff. So it was really cool, man. It was actually nice. So fine, 10,000. Gotcha. All right, here we are with a Police M4. It's one of the coolest looking assault rifles in the game. Unfortunately, it's one of the most unstable ones, but still it's fun to have. It's got really low enemy armor damage at 19%. It's got predatory, fierce, and capable on it. Pass. Vertical grip with 43% optimal range, 5% reload speed, and 4% critical hit damage. Shoot on. I'm going to shoot over the cavern real quick so I don't forget it. If you're on PlayStation, you don't have to be on PlayStation, but you're on PS4 and you're trying to farm for classifieds or exotics or anything like that, make sure to check my channel. I stream every day, but Thursday I ended up doing it last night because I missed a day this week. But I primarily on my stream, I primarily do a Dark Zone farming stream. Where me and my friends go farming in the Dark Zone, and anytime a classified or an exotic item drops, if anybody that is on chat or on the stream that needs it, we will invite you to join us. We'll either grenade ourselves or let an NPC kill us, let you get the gear, help you extract it out, and then you can be on your way. It has been extremely popular. We've helped so many people get the house and Alejandro's, and then those gear pieces they needed to complete builds, and it's just really awesome. It's so great to be able to give back to this game and this community who has given so much to me. My PS4 gamer tag is just TSwandol, TSwandol. Shoot me a friend request, and after the stream I will accept it. Alright, we got a pair of I don't talk about accomplished, they're worthless. We've got a 198 stamina mod with 6% increased kill XP. So if you're trying to build a proficiency farming build, which right now we have earn double rewards for reaching a new level. So double rewards if you're leveling a character up, or double field proficiency caches. So if you're trying to have a field proficiency farming build, actually I guess I'll talk about these. Pick you up some exotic or some accomplished knee pads and put you some increased kill XP mods on, and also roll it anywhere you can on your gear, and you can just start racking up as many field proficiency caches as you can handle. Alright, and got a 4.5% ballistic shield damage resilience mod. This is one I was talking about. I see a lot of people using this one. I wouldn't recommend it unless you absolutely just like it. I would say pick up the ballistic shield damage mod because that actually adds the raw damage to your weapon. Alright, let's kick down to Camp Hudson. Day full. I seen a message just pop up from you. I didn't get to read it in time, but I'll check it. I'll check it here in a few and get back to you. Thank you for the subscribe, Chris Stevens. Alright. So we got here the weapons vendor at Camp Hudson. We've got a Scar L, Frank Small. I just got yours too. I will accept it as soon as the stream is over. We got a Scar L here with 19% enemy armor damage. It's got destructive, accurate, and intense on it. And we got an Osprey 45 suppressor with 15% accuracy, 5% optimal range, 2.5% critical hit chance. Check the gear vendor back here. Alright. This week we've got a pair of decisive gloves. It's got a 915 armor, low 1173 firearms roll. It does, however, have assault rifle damage, enemy armor damage, and skill haste. So if you love to use your pistol, then pick these up. Alright, and we got a 211 stamina mod with 5% increased kill XP. And then here we are with another ballistic shield damage mod, 3.5%. I'm not going to put this down on my favorites because there's already one at what the hell was it? Oh, Autumn's Hope up there in Times Square. So really we haven't got, to be honest with you, it's been jack crap this week. Alright, let's check out the Meat Locker. Meat Locker last week had the God Rolled M700 Carbon. Let's see if we can get 2 God Rolled weapons back to back from it. If you swing by the terminal, the blueprint vendor this week has a classic AK-47 blueprint. It is again carrying the Navy MP5N blueprint. It has a small grip blueprint. Pick it up. There's also a 229 Enhanced PP19 and a 229 Tactical SASG blueprint. If you're trying to build a skill build and you don't have the weapon requirements to meet the 256 weapons, you can always get a 229 one to unlock them easily. Alright, here we've got an enhanced ACRE with 21% enemy armor damage. It's got the talents of Fierce, Brutal, and Predatory on it. And then we've got a Flash Hider with 16.5 accuracy, 3% critical hit chance, 4.5 optimal range. So, this one is cracking up to be possibly one of the worst vendor resets we've had. See what else is there to cover this week. What else? Really don't know. Yeah. Do want to give a massive shout out to my buddy Rounds Per Minute, aka Jen Evan. This past week he made 2 people's week. Whenever last week I don't remember what night it was, Monday or Tuesday night. We went down in the underground to do 3-phase challengings, and we just did a random matchmake, and this one guy joined us, and he had been trying to get the house for so long, and on the first phase, the first boss of the first phase, he got a house to drop, and he shared it with the guy, and then after we did that, we went up in the dark zone, and another one of our friends on here had just got a house, and then some rogues ganked it from him, and he was able to share that with him again, and then he got another one last night. So big shout out to Evan for getting the house this week and sharing it, giving it back to the community. And just people have bad experiences in the dark zone. It's nice to be able to give back and make somebody's day. So thank you, Evan. Thank you very much. All right, we've got a 202 electronics mod with 4% burn resistance, and then we've got a 235 electronics mod with 84 skill power. I hate that we have a power level 34 item that's rolling 235 on electronics. That should be removed from the game, and then the developer who put that in there should be smacked. Alright, let's head down to Last Call Safe House. Sorry for the bad vendor reset. I just made 30. Picking up the game a couple ago and just got interested in gear, of course. Oh no, man! Sorry for the bad vendor. No, you're good. I'm just saying it's just shitty so far. There's not very many items that's worth a damn. You just made it World Tier 5 awesome, bud. Yeah. If you're on PS4, man, send me a friend request. Or I don't know if you were one of the ones that already did send me one, but throughout the week this week, I do a live Dark Zone farming stream where I'll go through and get classifieds and all that. And so just keep on board, and I'll get you on with me, and we'll help get you a bunch of gear. We'll get you some classified gear, and we'll get you caught up, man. Show you how to run everything. So welcome to the game. I hope you fall in love with it the way I did. This game is amazing to me. All right, we got a Navy MP5 in here with 22% critical hit chance, which is 1% off of being maxed out. It's got meticulous, determined, and ferocious. So to be honest with you, this would actually be a really, really good PvE one. And I will write this down that way I can let everybody know. Go good with the ballistic shield build or just really any build. Navy MP5, 22 crit, meticulous, determined, and ferocious. Alright. My PSN is just TSwandol, TSwandol. Alright, we got a 4x scope here with 14.5 accuracy, 5% optimal range, 3% critical hit chance. Alright, let's head over to the ward. See if we can get anything worth a damn over here. So far, I'll go through some of the items that we've had. Special Equipments Vendor in the terminal has a Liberator with 21% enemy armor damage. It's got Swift, Predatory, and Determined, so it could be a decent PvE one. The Advanced Weapon Vendor up by the gun range has a Tactical SASG-12 with Predatory, Responsive, and Vicious. They also have a small grip there with a maxed out 19% critical hit damage. It's also got 5% reload speed, 2.5 stability. The base of operations gear vendor has a 188 firearms mod with 3% damage to elites. They also have a 2% pulse critical hit chance mod. Camp Clinton has a 265 stamina mod, and it has 2.5% exotic damage resilience. And Autumn's Hope up in Times Square has a 3.5% ballistic shield damage mod. And then where we just came from, the last call, Safe House has a Navy MP5 with 22% critical hit chance, meticulous, determined, and ferocious for your PvE builds. Thank you, Chappie. Thank you, thank you. Alright, let's see what we got here. Got a rehabilitated mask. I'm going to tell you, I've had numerous people tell me that the rehabilitated mask is awesome when going up against somebody running the Predator build. I don't know exactly what they were building, but I know a few people have been building builds, maybe a final measure, 4-piece final measure, or 5-piece final measure with the rehabilitated for the exotic damage resilience. But I've had numerous people tell me that this is a must-have when you're fighting Predators. 961 on the armor. It's got 1137 electronics roll. It has 9,669 skill power and 10% damage to elites on it. So pick it up, check it out. Let me know what you think about it. And down here we got a 183 purple mod, superior mod with 4% burn resistant. And then for all you healers out there, we've got a 6% first aid ally heal mod. So I'm going to write that. Award. 6%. If you are running like a reclaimer tactician and you are the dedicated healer, I would strongly recommend putting the 6% first aid ally heals on. It's really, really powerful. I know a lot of times you'll see people using the defib because it doesn't give you a very good self heal, but it gives a really good ally heal. But I like to use the booster shot. Booster shot, in my opinion, is way better than even overdose. The overdose just puts you in an overheal. Booster shot gives you 15% damage to your weapon, but then it also gives you a damage resistance. So it's actually, to be honest with you, it's just like the overdose, but you get a damage boost. Sorry I missed it, but where is the exotic damage resistance mod? Camp Clinton, the new area up there in Westside Piers, they've got a stamina mod, 265 stamina, and it's got 2.5% exotic damage resilience. Camp Clinton. Alright, let's see what we got here at Southpaw. We've got a pair of decisive gloves with 994 armor. It's got a 1201 electronics roll on it. 11% marksman rifle damage. It does have critical hit chance and skill haste on it. We've got a 185 stamina with 3% blind def resistance and a 6.5% support station range mod. Let's push on up here to the grindhouse. You see on my screen here the supply drop. That's my monthly season pass supply drop, where I get 2 of them a month every 2 weeks. Normally I don't even go pick them up anymore. All it gives you is 3 shitty items and like 15 Phoenix credits. However, whenever they do make the changes to the drop rates and all that, they're going to be adding, you'll have a 10% chance for exotic or classified to drop in that, and then every time you get one, you're going to get your Phoenix credits, and you get 100 division tech with it. So, you know, if you got 3-4 characters, you can go get it from each character and get, you know, 300-400 div tech for free every 2 weeks. So, all right, we got a police T821 here with 19% critical hit chance. It has hurried, talented, and fierce. Then we got some improved iron sights with 13% stability, 5% optimal range, 6% headshot damage. So, nothing all that great. Maybe the firewall will have something good. Maybe it won't. Again, Dark Zone keys. If you're like me, at one point you had hundreds, if not thousands, of Dark Zone keys saved up. The only time I used to ever use them was whenever the Dark Zone leaderboards, when it had the loot lock chest on it, I would go through, open as many as I could during that week or month, and it would always guarantee me a tier 3 spot on top of all the other things. But anyway, whenever it wasn't on there, I would just, you know, save them all because there was anything good in them. Never anything good. Well, once they put it in there that they have a chance to drop classifieds, I literally burnt through like 300 of them in a week. You can always spend 25,000 Dark Zone credits and buy these consumable caches that have a chance to drop between 0 to 3 Dark Zone keys. You can go farm rogues and hope that they have some and get some, or you can just go farm bosses in there and hope that you get Dark Zone key drops from them. But if you don't have millions of Dark Zone credits to blow, and you don't feel like farming rogues and all that, hit me up with a message on here, or you can email me, tony.swandol@gmail.com, and just send me a message and say, how the hell do I get hundreds of Dark Zone keys? And I'll let you know about a little glitch that I found that you can just stack up on tons of Dark Zone keys, and you don't have to worry about running out or not having enough Dark Zone funds or going out farming all these rogues or whatnot. I don't want to give it out over my live vendor reset stream just because I don't want this to get back to them and then they patch it. It's not a game-breaking glitch by any means, but if you didn't get to do the global events, or maybe you did and you just didn't have somebody to run with to get a bunch of caches, and you're trying to get those last few items, this would be a really good way to just go through, burning through, you can go open up a ton of locked Dark Zone chests, jump servers, and do you a same little route back, and you can do tons of them in an hour. So anyway, I'll let y'all know on another one of my live streams, or if you hit me up with a message. Let's get back to the vendor reset. Alright, we got a Tenacious Mask here with 918 armor on it. It's got a pretty low 1191 electronics roll. It does have 3.5% critical hit chance and 16% blind def resistance. We've got a 208 electronics mod with 4% burn resistance and a 6.5% support station duration mod. Let's check out the last one, the Crypt. As far as the light zone goes, this has been like one of the worst vendor resets so far. Really bad. Dibs Angel, thank you for the subscription, my friend. Welcome to the family of friends. Any crit chance mods? In the base of operations, the gear vendor inside the base of operations has a 2% pulse critical hit chance mod. But as far as like stamina, firearms, electronics with critical hit chance, no, not yet. Haven't come across any. If you're not doing anything when you're done, Going through the vendors. Can you run Warren Gate Power Plant with me on Legendary? Tonight I actually have I already have plans tonight, but tomorrow I'm going to be on and off throughout the whole day. I got tomorrow night I got plans. I'm already set up on something, but tomorrow day I will be running around doing random stuff. So absolutely, yeah, Angel, no problem. And if we have an open slot, like if something happens tonight where somebody has to bounce out early, then you'll be on. Dave on fire, no problem, my man. Hope you have a good evening. Thank you for stopping by. All right, here we go. Custom P416, 22% enemy armor damage with sustained, fierce, and determined. So blah. Be a pretty good gun for a healer build or some kind of skill build PvE. I actually like the custom P416. Outside of the M4s, this would have to be my second favorite assault rifle. To me, it's actually one of the coolest looking ones. Not all the military P416 doesn't look all that cool, but if you ever get a chance to look at the custom P4, in fact, hell with it, if I want to show you real quick. I don't know what it is. I just like the way this gun looks. I think it's a kick-ass looking gun. Check it out. Something about that gun is just cool as hell. It's silver and black, and then when you add all the stuff on top of it, it's just a really cool gun. It's got a nice rate of fire, 750 rounds per minute, so it's 100 less than the M4s, but it is like 150 rounds faster than the AK-47, and then it also packs a really nice punch too. It's got a pretty good damage rating. You see 20.4, and my Elvoa, this Elvoa is optimized at 20.3, so it definitely stacks up. Really good assault rifle. If you're not very good with controlling the M4 variants, I would recommend picking this up and using this one, to be honest with you. You won't be disappointed with it. Promise. Alright, how can I message you about those DZ keys? I'm on Xbox, okay? If you got Twitter, at TSwandol is my Twitter name, at TSwandol. If not, my email address is Tony, then a period, my last name Swandol, which you can see it on the screen here, and then at gmail.com. Tony.swandol@gmail.com. Just email me and say, what's up with them DZ keys, and I'll tell it to you. It's actually crazy how many you can get very easily. Alright, so that's it for the light zone. I'm going to go up to East 64th Street DZ vendor, and I'm going to go through all the DZ checkpoints and see if maybe we can make up for how bad the light zone was. Man, this was actually really, really bad. Anybody just joining? Liberator, a special equipment vendor with Swift Predatory Determine. The Tactical SASG-12 is in the Advanced Weapons vendor in the base of operations. No problem, Dibs Angel. Thank you for the subscription, my friend. The Tactical SASG-12 has Predatory, Responsive, and Vicious on it. There's also a small grip that has maxed out 19% critical hit damage. It comes with 5% reload speed and 2.5 stability. The gear vendor inside the base of operations has a 188 firearms mod, and it has 3% damage to elites on it. There's also a 2% pulse critical hit chance mod. Camp Clinton, the special equipment vendor there, has a 265 stamina mod that has 2.5% exotic damage resilience on that. Autumn's Hope up in Times Square has a 3.5 ballistic shield damage mod. The Last Call Safe House has a Navy MP5N with 22% critical hit chance with Meticulous, Determined, and Ferocious. And then the Ward Safe House down in the bottom right has a 6% first aid ally heal mod for all you healers. And that's really it. Everything else has been blah. The Crip has the custom P416. If you're not liking the M4 variants of the assault rifle, pick that one up. I think you'll really like it. High damage, really, really easy to control, nice rate of fire, just overall really well built assault rifle. Alright, we got a 267 stamina mod, that is the highest it goes. It does have 3% signature ability resource gain. I don't know if anybody likes those. I've actually never used one of them. Most of my builds I used to always run with either 40 or 50% skill haste on it, so I really didn't need that. Here we got a 4% ballistic shield damage resilience mod. But like I said, I would prefer, and I think if you use the two of them, you would actually like the ballistic shield damage mod. So, all right, let's kick it on down to East 61st Street. Double rewards this weekend. Anytime you level a character up, or if you already at level 30 and you get the field proficiency, you get double that this week. So if you're just trying to get a PvE build that you want to farm with, get you some accomplished knee pads, roll you as much increased kill XP as you can on all your gear, buy some purple gear mods that have increased XP on it, kill XP on it, and you could go through Lexington, and I think like every other run you'll get field proficiencies, which would double them up. You can do it in like 5 minutes, so you can just rack them up there. All right, we got a high velocity magazine here with 7.5 critical hit chance, 11% magazine size, 4.5 on the reload. We got a mega rifle suppressor, 17% headshot damage, 2% accuracy, 4% critical hit damage. Reload speed, hand stop, 28.5 reload speed with optimal range and stability. And then we've got the ACOG scope 4X with accuracy, 2.5 crit chance, and 2.5 stability. Alright, let's go down to East 58th Street. Also, if there's any gear you're looking for, I've said it before, I do run a DZ farming stream. I'm on PS4, but I do have plenty of friends on here who are Xbox and PC who are on my stream every night. So even if you're not PS4, make sure you stop by whenever you see me do my DZ farming stream, because me and my friends, we drop all the gear we get for people. We invite them to the group, let them, we'll kill ourselves with a grenade, have an NPC kill us or whatnot. But we also have people that, like I said, are PC and Xbox, and when they get classifieds and stuff, they'll put it in chat. So just because you're not on PS4 doesn't mean that you can't still find that gear you need. We're all about helping each other out in the community here. So definitely check us out, man. I think you'll enjoy the content we put out. It's all about helping people. All right, here we go. We've got my favorite high-end mask in the game, refreshed. 923 armor. It's got a low firearms roll. But, however, it does have 4% critical hit chance, which is maxed out, and then 17% burn resistant, which is nice. Wish it had shock with all the freaking shock turrets that are out there nowadays. But, yeah, if you don't have a refreshed mask, definitely pick this one up. You can recalibrate the firearms to get a little bit higher. I almost did Beautify. You got 4 and Xbox, so I can play with you here anyway. But I almost did buy an Xbox One because I want to play PUBG. But this is about Division, not PUBG, so confusing me. No, I'm just kidding. Alright, so yeah, if you've never used a fresh mask and you're checking one out, pick this up. You don't have to take it in the dark zone or nothing like that. Just go check it out in PvE. It's really powerful. All healing is improved by 30% when in the last segment of health. It is very powerful. You got to think, let's say if you're running a lot of firearms or stamina and you don't have a really strong first aid self-heal booster shot or something like that, when you're in that last segment of health and you pop a med kit or you pop that booster shot, it's 30% stronger than what it is. And it makes a huge difference between only having, 2 bars get filled up or being a full heal. I think the first people to do the vendor reset on YouTube. Keep up the great work. Hey, man, thank you so much. There's a lot of people that do the vendor reset. I think I am the first to do the live vendor reset. But thank you, man. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, Dave on Fire, too. Yes, this game's given so much to me. I've gone over it a few times with, I don't want to interrupt the stream right now, but my life with, lived down in Panama City Beach, Florida, big party town. Life of partying and drugs and all that led me to prison for a good chunk of about 6 years. Incarcerated in the Florida Department of Corrections, got out, didn't know where I was heading in life, ended up getting a really good job, found this game, got into it, and this community has been amazing. My life's been back on track. It's been awesome. So yes, I love this game, love this community, and I'll do whatever I can to give back to it. So, all right. So we got a rapid chest piece here with 1740 armor, 1168 firearms. It does have 16,500 health. Ammo capacity, health on kill could always be rolled away, and then you can optimize for firearms to be a little bit higher, or just recalibrate your firearms higher and deal with 4% health on kill. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. We got a resourceful backpack with 1192 armor. It's got 1121 firearms. It does have health on it with disrep resistance. Here's another pair of those crappy accomplished knee pads, but if you're field proficiency farming, there you go. Eat your heart out. Get rid of the 3% all resist though. And it also has 53% increased kill XP on it too, so that's really nice. So you got tripled accolades, for doing stuff from wearing them, and then you already got more kill XP on them too, so bam. We've got a recovered holster here with 19% reload speed. It's got OK firearms, decent electronics, crappy stamina, you'd have to roll that a little bit higher. And we got a pair of cunning gloves, 912 on the armor, 1134 firearms. They have crit damage, crit chance, and marksman rifle damage. Alright, let's go check out the Park Avenue DZ checkpoint. This is like one of my favorite ones because it is all weapons. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Dave. Yes, for sure. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Alright. Got here a 586 Magnum with Expert and Determine. Got the AUG A3 Para XS, 22.5% crit hit chance. It has responsive, sustained, and capable. So, I'm so close to wanting to call this a decent gun, but some last two talents are just kind of. SOCOM Scar L with 18% enemy armor damage. It has meticulous, responsive, and accurate. You got a Black Market SASG 12 with responsive, unforgiving, and capable. So you know what? I'm gonna write that one down because there really hasn't been much around. And you put unforgiving on a a shotgun, and you got yourself a head buster. I've got a Black Market SASG with responsive. Forgive. And what was the last one? Capable? Yeah. Capable. Alright. My favorite assault rifle, marksman rifle here, the custom M44 with 156 headshot damage. It's got swift, commanding, and meticulous. And then we've got the MG5, 20% damage targets out of cover with fierce, prepared, and destructive. This actually be a really good PvE one with prepared and destructive. Prepared is actually really good in PvE, especially if you're soloing some of the harder content. Go jump into a legendary Times Square or something, and those two bottom talents are really, really nice to have. Plus, this is really nice with 800 rounds per minute on it, so check it out. Alright, let's go down to East 53rd Street. Alright, we got the military M870 with 324.5 stagger. It's got self-preserved, competent, and adept. We got a resourceful backpack that's got 1221 armor, 1255 stamina roll. It's got 14% stability and 16% bleed resistance on it. Got a 7% Seeker Mine explosion radius mod. I want to get a petition going and send it to the developers to buff the Seeker Mines again. I think it really pisses me off that, like, yeah, I hated the one-shot Seeker Mine back in the day, but you know what? That was our fault. We were stacking all into firearms back then for Deadeye or Alpha Reg or whatnot, and we deserved to get hit by a one-shot. All you had to do is put a little EDR on it and you'd be fine. But what they did is they nerfed them so hard that they are literally just, they're not even worth using anymore. So they need to bring them back. If they got the sticky bomb back, they need to bring it back. So anyway. Could you imagine, though, with people with these Predator bleeds? Yeah, I mean, I know they got 9,000 stamina, but I don't know if you've ever ran a Predator build with 9,000 stamina. I have one, and you're squishy as hell. So it'd be nice to have some Seekers to throw down on them dudes to just piss them off. So just keep it out of play. You can't tell you how many times I got trolled by groups with. I know that's right. You farm stamina with damage to elites. Yes, Toxic Dragon. There's only one. It's not the best, but it'll do if you don't have any. The base of operations, the gear vendor inside the base of operations has a 188 firearms, and it's got 3% damage to elites. So the max is 4% damage to elites, and I think 213 or 214 would be your max on that. But like I said, if you don't have any, you can pick that one up for now. But that's the only one so far, is just that one in the base of operations. Yes, sir, no problem. Thank you for swinging in. Alright, let's go on. Quick release magazine here. It's got 29% reload speed, 4% critical hit damage, 11% magazine size. And always, if you got a bunch of DZ funds, which I used to, but I bought all these at 25,000 a piece, and got down to 1.4 million. But anyway, if you don't have a ton of DZ funds and you want to get a bunch of keys and you don't have time to go out farming rogues or bosses, then let me know, and I'll send me an email, send me a PSN message, Twitter, whatever it is, and I will tell you how to get a ton of Dark Zone keys, a ton of them, very easily. And then you can go through, open all the Dark Zone crates you want, and get them classifieds out of it. Because I actually get a lot. I play the Dark Zone, I farm the Dark Zone every day, and out of just them crates, I think on a good day, I'll get 5 or 6 of them out of it, classifieds out of it, and then on a bad day, I'll get 1 or 2. So, and I don't have 20 hours to play in a row on this game. I play about 2.5 to 3 hours per night after I get off work, and then on Saturdays I usually play 5 or 6 hours throughout the day. So on and off type thing. So anyway, all right, we got a Rhino here with Expert and Determined. We got a Rehabilitated Mask. It's got really low 895 armor. It's got 1134 firearms. It does have skill power and increased kill XP, so it's not really a good one at all. However, I've had numerous people tell me that if you're fighting Predators builds, Final Measure, I don't know if it's a full Final Measure build, but at least the 2-piece for the 25% EDR, and then a Rehabilitated Mask is key. Alright, we've got a... What East 46th Street here. Let me write this down. This is a good one. East 46th Street. Alright, we got a prototype performance mod that has 4% support station healing speed. 4%. And the reason why that is good is I have a classified reclaimer build. I love it. A lot of times when we go manhunt or do certain incursion stuff, I'll be the dedicated healer. And when this classified first came out, one of the 6-piece bonuses was that it had 50% revive speed. So a normal box picked you up in 5 seconds. This one, it wasn't 50, it was actually 3-second pickup time, but it was really nice. Player went down, they were picked up in 3 seconds. Well, a lot of people started complaining that that was too OP in PvP, that they would down a player, and before they could even, aim down sight to go ahead and shoot them while they were down, the box picked them up too fast. So they removed that and brought it back to 5 seconds again. So these could be very important to stack 4 of these on your reclaimer build, where you got 16% increased healing speed, and maybe get that down to a 4-second heal instead of 5. And if 1 second doesn't seem like, man, that's not that much, if anybody's ever been manhunt or anything like that, 1 second is definitely a difference between living or dying. Alright, we got a VX12, or VX1 12-time scope with 17% headshot damage, 4% critical hit damage, and 2.5 stability. I'm trying to get classified striker mask, knee pads bag, or predator marine pads bag, gloves, at least 2 of the one will be. With them would you run DZ with? If you're on PS4, yeah, just send me a friend request, TSwandol. What I usually do is I stream every afternoon, 5:30 p.m. Central Time. Except on Thursdays. Now, if I miss a day because of work during the week, I will make up whatever day I missed on Thursday, like last night I did. But anyway, me and my friends, we always run the DZ, and the three of us or 4 of us go together. And the reason why we always farm together is because they're just like me. Anything they get, they announce that they're giving away too. So you got 4 people farming is better than 1. So if you just tune in on the streams, Toxic, then anytime we get those items, and all you got to do is just say, hey man, I need that, and we will send you an invite, get you on. We have one of the guys that always leave the group real quick so we can get you on, and then we'll grenade ourselves or let NPC kill us until that item drops, and then we'll help you extract it out of there, and then you can be on your way. So basically just being in the stream is going to be just as good as farming with us. But yeah, on any other day, I also do days where I have friends. If you subscribe to my channel, I hate saying subscribers. I basically start getting to know everybody, so I consider you to be friends at that time. So anyway, I do have times where I help friends get gear, do stuff like that. So yeah, I just seen your friend request come in. As soon as I get done with the stream, I'm gonna accept them all. All right, here we are. We got a G36C. It's got 18% enemy armor damage with predatory, prepared, and focused. We got the Inventive Backpack. It's got a nice 1304 armor. It's got 1171 firearms. It's got health and bleed resistance. I really love the Inventive Backpack. I know a lot of people use Specialized, but when I used to do my Tactician Sticky Bomb Secret Mine build, I didn't run Specialized. I always ran this one, the Inventive. Of course, you'd want it to have electronics and skill power, but nonetheless, Inventive is really good for that first pop of a skill. All right, we got a 255 stamina mod with 2% all resistance. And we've got a extended mag with 111 size, 5% reload speed, 3% critical hit chance. I've got 91 million DZ credits and 3,500 keys. All right, Dave. Well, you do not need to know my secret on how to get a ton of Dark Zone keys. And you know, I believe you what you're saying, because I've had a few of my buddies that have had just a ridiculous. I think one dude was pushing almost 1 billion DZ funds, and I think he had like 2,700 Dark Zone keys. And you know, he never does anything else. He just does DZ. You seem chill, so I subscribed and turn post notifications on. Toxic Dragon, thank you, my man. Thank you, my man. Yeah, I'm just a normal dude, man. I work 60, 70 hours a week. I'm a restaurant manager, and then I come home and I like to play Division for a couple hours a night. And I have all 14 classified sets. I have all the exotics. I absolutely love this game. I was garbage at it for the longest time. I was away from gaming for like 20 years. I was really bad at it. People used to kick me from groups, tell me to piss off and quit the game. But I didn't know how to build. You know, I didn't know anything about RPGs. But I didn't give up on it. I kept playing. And I promised myself if I ever got good at this game, I would try to give back to the community. And, you know, for people that say they love this game, for them to do what they did to me shows that they don't love this game. Because if you truly love the game, you want to try to bring people in. And people that try it and don't understand the game, instead of just running them off, you want to show them, you know, hey, this is not a normal shooter. You can't just shoot somebody like a Call of Duty or something like that. You have to actually build correct. So I love to help people build builds and farm to get the gear they want. So yeah, man, really chill, and I got a bunch of really good friends on here who are just like me. And I've got friends on here that have got gear that they actually needed, but because someone else really, really needed it, they gave it to them first. And that shows a lot. In fact, my buddy Wise Assassin on here, I needed the Nomad classified mask. That was the last thing I needed to complete my Nomad, and he was watching my vendor reset one night, first time coming on here, and he told me he had one. So after the stream, I joined him. He killed himself and gave it to me. I extracted it. I was so happy. And then he said, well, next time you get one, it's mine. And I was like, wait a minute. What do you mean? Do you not have one? He goes, no, I need one, actually. And I was like, why'd you give me that? And he goes, because you needed it. So that just shows, you know, that we have some really good people in this community. So anyway, let me get back to this. While we are, do we think the vendors have an M4? Yes. Which one was it? Hold up. I want to say it wasn't the best, but right here, Kermit Station, there was a police M4 in there, and then in the base of operations, the terminal, the special equipments vendor had a Elvoa in there. So yeah, the base of operations got an Elvoa, and then the Kermit Station has a police M4. So check them out, man. All right, let's get back with this. We've got the military Scar H. Did I already go through these? Refresh now. Military Scar 8 with 151 headshot damage. It's got Disciplined, Prepared, and Vicious. We've got a Rehabilitated Mask with low 871 armor. It's got 1260 electronics roll, 4% health on kill, and 14% increased kill XP. We've got a 4% exotic damage or ballistic shield damage resilience mod, and then a muzzle brake that has 12.5 stability, 3% crit chance, and 6% headshot damage on it. So base of operations are they? I want to say it was kind of a PvE one. Let's see, which one am I at right here? I am at DZ03. The DZ03 one. Here, I'll go check it out real quick. You're good. I don't mind doing it. Rolick mattress. Nice, unique name. I like that. Another thing, I created a third character that I wanted to be my dedicated healer build. I was going to get her up to level 30 real quick. Got to 29. Just decided to go screw around in the Dark Zone for a minute. Started getting all gold drops, high-end drops. And I've actually now fallen in love with this third character. It's been fun going back, like, level 29. I go around in the DZ. I got all high-end gear, gold gear, refresh mask, all that good stuff. And it's fun, man. Like, the enemies are tough up in the higher DZs. They're all gold, you know, level 30 gold bar enemies. And the game's actually fun again. It's a cover-based shooter. It's just a blast. I would recommend anybody creating a character, getting a 29, hit the DZ, get all the gold gear, and then not to mention, I got friends that were about to join me too doing it. The PvP was so fun before all the gear sets and classifieds and Nomad procking 5 times, and you go to kill somebody, they proc Nomad 5 times in a row, then they finally kill you, then they sit over you and be like, "You're trash, bro. You're trash." Be like, "Hey, what? What do you mean I'm trash? I killed you 5 fucking times." Pardon my language, pardon my language. I killed you 5 freaking times. We ran into a group of 4 nomads the other day, and all 4 of them had shock turrets. It was ridiculous. It was freaking ridiculous. But anyway, get a character to level 29, go in the DZ, get all gold gear, hit me up, I'll help you power level up, and let's just go. Let's just PvP one another, man. That's fun PvP right there. All right, here's the Elbow right here. It is 18% enemy armor damage with sustained, deadly, and commanding. So it's really not the best. You could always, if you want, you keep commanding on it and put like dominant or determined up where sustained is, and you'd have attack link build. Or you could keep sustained and deadly and put like predatory down at the bottom, and you'd have a PVE, healing build pretty much. So, all right, let me get back over to our DZ vendors. I left off at this one, East 40th. I'm gonna jump down to East 34th Street. State of the game, talked about they are in development with it to replace the last talent with predatory for PvE. If you want to build, if you really don't care about having a build that you're constantly healing on, if you're doing PvE, I would recommend doing like destructive would probably be your best bet. Ferocious is good, but ferocious is only for named enemies and elite enemies. Elite, so it's either you got to be a boss or a a high-end yellow bar enemy, whereas destructive is good for all, purple, yellow, all of them. So it'd be one of them ones. Really, I would actually say probably destructive would be your best bet. All right, we got a police MK17 here with 163 headshot damage. It's got the talents of determined, predatory, and capable. Got a pair of accomplished knee pads for all you people trying to get the field proficiency farming build. It's got 1581 armor, 1232 stamina. It's got 12,600 skill power, and then it's got disrupt, blind, and disorient. We've got for all you sticky bombers, we've got a 4% sticky bomb damage mod. And then we got a vertical grip with 47% optimal range, 2.5 stability, and 5% reload speed. Alright, East 34th Street. I'm going to write down that sticky bomb one. Freaking pen to work. There we go. East 34th. Hey, you know you need this. 4%. Ski bomb. Damage. Alright, let's hit down to East 31st Street. But yeah, they're in development right now of raising the drop rates for classified and exotics. The open world bosses, they have a 3% chance to drop classifieds. It's going to be raised to 6. The dark zone they thought had a 3% also, but when they got in there, found out the dark zone already has a 5% drop rate on classified and exotics. But they are going to go ahead and bump it up to 6. Incursions and heroic incursions and legendary missions are now going to have a 20% chance to drop classifieds on the bosses. You'll still get your exotic drop and still have the chance for whatever exotic may drop from that specific incursion or whatever, but then there'll also be the 20% chance for a classified drop. What was it? The monthly season pass supply drops will now have a 10% chance to drop classified and exotics in it, and then also give you 100 division tech per supply drop you clear if you have multiple characters. And then there was a few other things that we're talking about. I'll just have to think about when they come up, I'll mention them. All right, we got a Black Market AK-47 here. It's got 21% enemy armor damage with unforgiving, commanding, and responsive. So this is actually pretty damn good. You just get rid of commanding on it. We've got a steadfast holster here, 870 low armor. It's got 2 low rolls on stamina electronics. It does have 4% critical hit chance though. We've got a 1.5% critical hit damage mod. So I'm going to write that one down. And then we got a 16% crit hit damage small grip, which I would recommend if you're going to get a small grip, go up to the advanced weapons vendor by the gun range in your base of operations, because they have a small grip with 19% crit hit damage, which is the absolute max on it. So, alright, so this is East 31st Street. Let me write down these two. These are actually pretty good. East 31st Street. 1.5 critical hit damage. Damage. And then also the, what was it? Black Market AK. K47, 21 enemy armor damage. Unforgiving. Reason why I write this stuff down too is like, so as I go through the stream, I can kind of highlight everything. Just new people joining in, and then also next Friday I'll go live. I usually try to go live 30 minutes before the vendor reset. This week I had to work a little late today, so I got on about 15 minutes for it. But I like to go live 30 minutes before the vendor reset. That way people who join, I have 30 minutes to pretty much go through all the items from this week, so then that gives them a chance if they missed the stream or didn't get to go to all of them the past week. It gives me a chance to tell everybody what was, what the best items from this week was, and it gives them a chance to grab it before the reset happens. So just bear with me whenever I write it down, please. Alright, we got a ACR here with 19% enemy armor damage. It's got Predatory, Deadly, and Fierce on it. We got a refresh mask here. It's got low armor, 884, low electronics, 1189. It does have skill power on it and increased skill XP. I would actually be interested in this one. I would prefer to have critical hit chance where skill power is, but yeah, I don't know. It's one of them things where having crit hit chances there is not bad. I don't know about the electronics roll on it. Alright, we got a firearms exotic damage resilience mod. I'm not going to put this on the list because of how low it is. 231 firearms with 2.5% exotic damage resilience. Maybe this would be worth noting if you could optimize mods, but to my knowledge you can't, so yeah. Alright, and then we got a 15x scope here with 24.5 optimal range, 6% headshot damage, and 2% accuracy. Catch a shot. I mean, there's a couple items on there. Let me fast travel to the next spot, and I'll go over some of the stuff real quick. Got the Navy MP5 blueprint in the terminal. There's a small grip in the advanced weapon vendor, 19% crit hit damage, which is max. There's also a tactical SASG-12 there at the advanced weapon vendor with predatory, responsive, vicious. The gear vendor inside the base of operations has a 188 firearms mod with 3% damage to elites. There's also a 2% pulse critical hit chance mod there. In Camp Clinton, you've got a 265 stamina mod with 2.5% exotic damage resilience. Autumn's Hope Safe House in Times Square has a 3.5 ballistic shield damage mod. The Last Call Safe House has a Navy MP5 with 22% critical hit chance with meticulous, determined, and ferocious. The Ward Safe House has a 6% first aid ally heal for all you healers. Park Avenue DZ vendor has a Black Market SASG-12 with responsive, unforgiving, and capable. East 46th Street has a 4% support station healing speed. East 34th Street has a 4% sticky bomb damage mod. East 31st Street, where we just were at, has a 1.5 critical hit damage mod. And then a Black Market AK-47 with unforgiving, commanding, and responsive. Alright. And now we are at... What's up, Bauer? Thank you, my man. Thank you, my man. Anybody that is on the chat right now, my buddy Bauer189, hasn't been streaming as much as he used to lately, but definitely stop by his channel, hit that subscribe button, and check out whenever he streams. One nice thing about it is I notice he streams a lot in the AM. He does PM too, but he does a lot of AM streams, and so it's nice. You get up in the morning for work or school, and you'll be able to watch somebody streaming DZ, going manhunt, chasing manhunts, hunting manhunts, whatever, first thing in the morning. So yeah, y'all swing by his channel, hit that like, hit that subscribe, and show my man some love. Alright, we've got a tactical ACR here with 19% enemy armor damage. It's got intensive unforgiving, and skilled. Huge thing to render resets. Yeah, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. I appreciate you, Bauer. I really do. All right, we got another pair of accomplished knee pads. Good lord. I guess they want people to farm them double field proficiencies this week. It's got 1506 armor, 1115 on the stamina, 9% critical hit damage. It does also have 52% increased kill XP, so definitely good for farming them field proficiency casters. Here we got a 242 electronics mod with 2.5% exotic damage resilience. If it was a little bit higher, I'd put it down on my list, but I just don't like that low 242 number. And then we've got a SR7 suppressor. It's not the best, but it is a decent one, so I'm going to put this down. These are really good for your assault rifles. You know what? It's not that good. I'm not going to put it down. In fact, I thought it had crit chance at the bottom, but that's stability, so... But yeah, anyway, the SR7 suppressor, I think it's the FDE suppressor, really good. The loud vent break is really good. So those are the ones you're going to want to run if you're running the assault rifles. I see a lot of people will here on PlayStation, like when I run into them in the dark zone, not really the dark zone, but like in safe houses, I'll notice they'll be running like a Elvoa, and I'll see they'll have the VX1 12 times scope on it. They'll have a Omega rifle suppressor on it. And I mean, if you're positive you can hit consistent headshots, I mean, it's not that bad in PvE. You can do it a lot easier. But I see a lot of people who equip those marksman rifle damage mods on an assault rifle, and a lot of that, I think they see people on YouTube doing it, but those are usually people on mouse and keyboard. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I used to be one of them people. When I first started playing the game, I would watch a Marco Style or a Skill Up video, and I seen they'd have them on it, and I was like, and I put it on there. And it took me some trial and error to learn that your best bet on console with the controller is to have crit damage. So yeah, you want to put those pro red dots, the C79 scopes, your SR7 loud vents, brakes, and stuff like that on them. So anyway, here we are. We got an M700 carbon with 143 headshot damage, really low. It's got intense, determined, and elevated on it. We got a rejuvenated mask, 934 armor with 1187 firearms roll. It has 10.5% exotic damage resilience and 16% burn resistant. We got a very low 237 firearms mod with 2% all resist, and then to finish it off here, we got a 45 suppressor with accuracy, crit damage, and stability. Push on up to the next one, and we're going to West 39th Street. Giving another huge shout out right now to some of the new friends that I've made recently. Hella is definitely very quickly become an intricate part of my DZ farming stream. He loves to help out and give back to other people. Whenever we have somebody that we're trying to get on, when I'm in a group of 4 and we're trying to get somebody on to drop some gear, this man without hesitation will leave the group so that someone else may come on to get gear to help out. So Hella, I really appreciate you. Angel Killer, aka Please Enter Name, BCap, Javaris, man, all you guys are awesome. Cubics, everybody, man, y'all, I appreciate each and every one of y'all more than you know. Every day I get on and y'all leave comments and friendly chat with me and stuff like that. It means a ton to me. Beautify, I mean, I'm just talking to all y'all. I'm so appreciative of y'all, and I look forward every day to getting on and running with y'all and having a good time. So thank you to all my friends. All right, here we go. We got an infantry MG5 with 21% damage to targets out of cover. It's got determined, competent, and adept. We got a robust chest piece here. This is actually what I'm running on my 3rd character because I am waiting on the vigorous, with 1957 armor on it. It's got 1153 electronics roll. It's got 5.5 enemy armor damage, 5% health on kill, 48% ammo capacity. Extremely low 233 firearms mod with 2% all resist. And then rounded out here, a high velocity magazine with 7% critical hit chance, 11.5 magazine size, and a 5.4 rate of fire. Alright, are you excited about the update that is coming? Update is coming. Well, you talking about the update having to do with this, the increased drop rate? Yeah, I mean, I think it's really good for the community. I was fortunate during each of the global events. I only get like 2.5 hours, during my nights to play. I mean, I could play longer. Some nights I go a little over, but I get up at like 4 in the morning to go to work, so I don't stay up too late. But anyway, I've been very fortunate and have really good groups of people to run with, where we're able to farm a ton of global event credits. And usually, every global event that's happened, I'm always like one or two pieces shy of having like all three or all four gear sets completed. I'll usually complete like two or three of them, and then, like I said, just need one or two pieces of one gear set to have to get, round them all out. So I've been very blessed to be able to get all of them very quickly. But a lot of people don't have that opportunity, and if you didn't get to go during the global event and you're just coming in trying to get a whole classified set, it can be extremely frustrating and grinding, rough grinding. So I'm glad they're raising it, because it's going to give more opportunity for y'all to get those pieces. And on the other hand, it's going to give more opportunity for me to be able to get more pieces to get for y'all. Because I do. Everything I get, if somebody needs it, it's theirs immediately. They can have it. All right, got a custom PF45 here with responsive in the bottom slot. Got a pair of cunning gloves with 939 armor, 1206 electronics. It's got shotgun, enemy armor damage, and critical hit chance. Got a 4% Seeker Mine damage mod. That would be nice had they not nerfed it into the ground. Small laser pointer with 16% accuracy, 5% reload speed, 4.5 optimal range. Let's go to West 46th Street. Yeah, they definitely nerfed them Seeker Mines. Just banged them out. Woohoo! Gage, I see your email. You're about to get the message from me in just a minute. Give me a minute. Alright, Tactical M249 Para with 20% damage targets out of cover, and it's got Fierce, Deadly, and Commanding. There is a specialized backpack here with 1237 armor, 1258 electronics rolled to it. It does have a very nice, very high 13,000 health, and it's got 49% ammo capacity, so this one's going to make the list. Which vendor? I'll forget like immediately. West 46th Street. God. West 46. Got a specialized. It's got 1237 armor. 1258 electronic. 13,000 health. And that 49, yeah, 49 ammo. So that's a really good pickup right there on a specialized. We've got a 6.5% support station duration. And we've got a small grip that has 18% critical hit damage, 2% accuracy, 4.5% reload speed. I better get my Predator holster if they up the rates. They open the rates. Yes, my main man right here, the one that y'all have heard me talk about, Evan, aka Rounds Per Minute. He is the guy who shared 2 houses last week. Like 2 of them, like within like a 45-minute period or window of each other. The first one came in the underground, and then we went right up to the DZ, and like the second landmark we did, he got a house. It was funny too, because one of our good friends in here, Angel Killer, was just put in the chat. He's like, man, I just got my first house, and then these rogues ganked me for it. He put that in chat, and I kid you not, within 20 seconds of him putting that in chat, Evan got a house, and we were like, well, guess what, bud? You're getting your house, and we brought him in and gave it to him. So if anybody out there on PS4 right now is in a DZ checkpoint and they happen to have a classified Predator's Mark holster in their bag and they already have one and don't need it, be greatly appreciated if you let me know or him know. Yeah, if you have that, man, I will get you anything you want, and I will farm until I get whatever you need if you can get my homeboy a classified Predator Mark holster. Alright, let's check this one out. We got an infantry MG5 here, 19% damage to targets out of cover. MG5 is nice because it has a high rate of fire. True story. And then I got one from Cash next day. That's right, you did. And then the next day he got one too from Exotic Cash after doing Falcon Lost. So that's funny. Alright, here we are with the Nimble holster. Low armor, really low, kind of pretty much real low rolls across the board on it, and it does have reload speed, so it's a pass on that one. If you do not have the 6% first aid self-heal mods by now, maybe just getting up to level 30, or not level 30, but world tier 5 or whatever, this is not maxed out, but definitely grab these until you get the 6%. So these are the 5.5 first aid self-heal. And we got a small laser pointer that's got 16% accuracy, 4% crit damage, 2.5 stability. Fudge, I just finished extracting one. It's alright, man. It's alright. It's alright. They'll come again. They'll come again. There will be another day. Alright, that is it, y'all. Good Lord, that's it. Yeah, I appreciate everybody. The drop rates will be raised. This is my extracted stash. I've got 20 out of 30 items in it, and I share as much stuff as I can. But if there's nobody around that wants something, when I'm going to extract, like if nobody wants any of the gear that I have on my back, I will extract it just so really I can either use it on another character, or I'll come through here every now and then and just deconstruct it all, because it gives you div tech. But I usually have to clear this out every couple days. Yeah, that's my one non-exotic or classified item, but that's just because it's got max crit chance and then responsive and destructive. Nomad mask, final measure vest, Lone Star backpack, Reclaimer backpack, Predator Mark knee pads, Lone Star knee pads, Banshee knee pads, Deadeye holster, final measure yeah. And I mean, this is like every couple days I'm having to clear this thing out, because this is just, DZ farming, man. You get it so fast in there. My favorite builds for running my Dark Zone stuff is either, of course, the Nomad build. I actually use my Striker more than anything else. I have 2 Striker builds. This is my group one with 7,000 stamina, 6,100 firearms. When I'm solo, I actually have one where I've got like almost 8,000 firearms, because I need to burst stuff down really fast. Looks lovely. Gotten skull and glows too many times. Yes, we're trying to get my buddy Please Enter Name, aka Angel Killer. We're trying to find him a showstopper. He wants a showstopper. He wants it, and we're going to get it to him. Firecrest is actually, you would think, it'd be a PvE build, and it pretty much is. So I would normally keep it on my second character, but damn it, I love this build. The way I have it set up is really, really nice. It's good in PvE and PvP. My turret shreds, and it's just a blast. What's up, Jorge? Isn't there any self-aid healed maxed? There's not the max out ones, but right here in DZ06 West checkpoint, the West 53rd Street, there's a 5.5% first aid self-heal. So, for all you healers out there now, in the Ward safe house, down in the bottom right of the map, there's a 6% first aid ally heal mod. So if you're a healer. But if you don't have any 6% first aid self-heals, you can just pick these up in the meantime, 5.5, for right now. Or you just do a little bit of farming in regular game, and you'll get it. If anybody needs something, let me know. I'm farming DZ as we speak. There we go. Y'all check out XGN Toxic Dragon. You're more than welcome, Toxic Dragon. I don't know how you feel about it. If you want, you're more than welcome to put your PSN handle on there for people. If you have a YouTube page that you do streaming too, you are more than welcome to advertise in my chat right now. Anybody who is doing anything to help this community out, I do not get mad on anyone helping or putting their stuff out there for other people. So yeah, I'm not one of them ones that are going to chase you off or delete your thing for advertising your channel. As long as you're doing stuff to help other people, don't be sitting there doing it just to get your stuff going. So Prince Tricky, there you go. Anyone have Predator knee pads and holster? No, we are actually looking for Predator Mark holster for someone right now, but Ugly Swank, young Swank. If you're on PSN, send me a friend request, TSwandol, and I will put you down on the list for Predator knee pads. So, all right. So I'm gonna go through everything one last time before we call this one a night. The special equipments vendor in the terminal. We've got a Liberator, 21% enemy armor damage. It's got Swift, Predatory, and Determined. I don't mind taking it off hands. The advanced weapons vendor and the base of operations by the gun range has a tactical SASG-12 with predatory, responsive, and vicious. Vicious in the free slot. They also have a small grip there that has the max 19% critical hit damage. It's got 5% reload speed, 2.5 stability. Base of operations gear vendor has a 188 firearms mod with 3% damage to elites. There's also a 2% pulse critical hit chance mod there, prototype performance mod. Camp Clinton over in the Westside Pier area has a stamina mod, 265 stamina with 2.5% exotic damage resilience. Autumn's Hope Safe House in Times Square has a 3.5 ballistic shield damage mod. Mine is TSwandol, and then his is Angel Killer. Angel Killer can give it to you too. Last Call Safe House has a Navy MP5N with 22% critical hit chance with meticulous, determined, and ferocious. The Ward Safe House and the very bottom right of the map has a 6% first aid ally heal mod for all you healers. The DZ checkpoints, Park Avenue DZ checkpoint has a Black Market SASG 12 with responsive, unforgiving, and capable. Capable's in the free slot, so you can put anything you want there. East 46th Street has a 4% support station healing speed mod. East 34th Street has a 4% sticky bomb damage mod. East 31st Street has a 1.5 critical hit damage per prototype performance mod. They also have a Black Market AK-47 with 21% enemy armor damage, unforgiving, commanding, and responsive. And then last but not least, at West 46th Street, we have a specialized backpack, 1237 armor, 1258 electronics. It's got 13,000 health and 49% ammo capacity. So that's pretty much it. And I'll go ahead and add this one here. What is this? West 53rd Street or whatever? West 53rd Street has a 5.5% first aid self-heal. Just in case somebody doesn't have it. West 53rd. 5% first aid self-heal. Alright. Well, that's it, y'all. I appreciate everybody. Like I said, Dark Zone, the crates inside the Dark Zone that take the Dark Zone keys have a chance to drop classifieds. If you don't have a ton of keys saved up, you can always come over here to the Dark Zone vendor. Down at the bottom, they have these consumable caches that give you a chance to have 0 to 3 Dark Zone keys drop at it. They cost 25,000 DZ funds. At one point, I think I had like 10 or 15 million Dark Zone credits. Not a whole bunch, but there's never anything to buy in the DZ really, so I had a ton that I wasn't using, and after I burned through my 200 Dark Zone keys, I just started buying these up. And now I'm down to like 1.4 million, which, you know, I can still buy quite a few of these caches with 1.4 million. But if you don't have the Dark Zone funds, because not everybody's got millions of Dark Zone funds, if you don't have millions of Dark Zone funds to spend, and you don't have hundreds of keys up from killing rogues, or you don't want to go out farming rogues, or you don't want to just spend hours farming the DZ just to get some keys, then hit me up either on PSN, TSwandol, on Twitter, @TSwandol, my email, tony.swandol@gmail.com, or join any of my other live streams other than the live vendor reset, and I will let you in on a secret how to get tons and tons and tons of Dark Zone keys very easily, and you can just go through and just go ham, opening all them up, getting classifieds, maybe getting that last piece that you need to complete a set. And I've actually, what build was it? I think it was a Predator build. No, it wasn't Predator. Anyway, one of my builds, I had, I actually got the piece out of a Dark Zone supply drop. Our Dark Zone crate was the last piece I needed for that set. What was it? It was on this last one. Not Firecrest, Hunter's Faith. What was they did? Oh, Tactician. It was a Tactician. I needed one. It was a Tactician piece I actually got out of a Dark Zone crate the day after the global event ended. This past one, I needed one piece of Tactician and then Alpha Bridge gloves to complete all 14 sets. The day after the global event ended, I got my Tactician, I think it was like a mask out of one of the Dark Zone crates, and then like 3 days later, my good buddy Rounds Per Minute here got my Alpha Bridge gloves for me, and then yeah, that completed all 14 classified sets. So, but anyway, man, I appreciate everyone again. It's been another great live vendor reset stream. Didn't have the greatest items in it, but again, it was another really smooth one, and I enjoyed it. Got to meet some new people. I appreciate y'all. You hit that subscribe button, and you have now become friends. I won't ever refer to you as subscribers or subs. Now, every now and then, I might put in a video like helping subs. You know, subs/friends is what I always put. You know, do content. If you're struggling with incursions or heroic incursions or legendary missions, if you just can't get them down or you've never done one, make sure you let me know. and we like to help everybody complete those. It's so fun to complete your first one, and all the loot that drops from it, whether it's classified, exotic, whatever it may be, I'm gonna drop it for you, and then the guys who run with me, they're gonna drop you all their gear. Just check back with me. I'm gonna be I stream every afternoon except Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central Time, and I usually do dark zone farming streams. I'd say 90% of the time. There will be 1 or 2 days a week where I usually do whatever y'all want to see or whatever y'all want to do. Um, 2 nights ago we were streaming doing dark zone farming. I ended it with we did 5 manhunts in a row, and it was pretty cool because our buddy Angel Killer. No, wasn't Angel Killer. It was our buddy B-Cap. He had never been on a manhunt before in the game, and we were able to do 4 of them in a row that we completed. And then I've been on 30 or 40 manhunts since the game come out, and I actually died for the very first time as a manhunt rogue the other night, which is not bad. I've survived like 30 of them and died once, so it's okay. I'm level 25 and need to finish 2 missions if you want to. After this, yeah, that's cool. I got you, Ev. All right, everybody. Well, man, I appreciate everyone stopping by. Sorry if I ramble sometimes. I just love this game. I love talking about it. Love meeting new people. One of my biggest passions about this game is helping people in the game. Whenever I first started playing the game, I sucked at it really bad. Nobody gave me the time of day. I would matchmake and would get booted out of groups immediately, and would get just people talking horrible crap to me. And it was like, damn, man, like you talk about how much you love this game and you're trying to chase people away from it. So I made a promise back then that I would never do that to people, and I never will. Anytime I'm in a safe room, if I'm by myself playing solo and a player who's below level 30 sends me an invite, I will never decline an invite. If it's somebody just trying to power level up to 30 real quick, I'll help them do that if they want. But if it's somebody who's going through the campaign for the first time, I will not help them power level up. They need to experience this game, the campaign, enjoy it. However, I will create a new character or switch over to a lower level character and play through the game with them. So that's just one thing I always do. I never decline from anybody. And if anybody out there has any questions or need help with builds, understanding how builds work, hit me up, leave me a message, let me know, and I will set some time aside and we'll get up. And if you're on PlayStation, I'll send you an invite, and just me and you'll go through. I'll teach you how to build builds. If you're on Xbox or PC, don't worry. You just got to let me know, and I'll jump on a live stream one day, and we'll do a build together. I'll build it right. You tell me what pieces you have and what you got, and I'll find them pieces or do whatever I got to do to get them as close to yours as possible, and then together we'll build a strong build that suits you. You let me know your play style, and we'll build it according to your play style. One thing about trying to copy other people's builds is you might build their build, but you're not going to play like them, because if they have a different play style, then it's not going to fit you. You need to know what your play style is and build around that. There's nobody that's got a better build than anyone else. The only thing that's better is the fact that if they're built to their play style, then they might have an advantage if you're built to their play style, but you play your style. Now I'm just doing tongue twisting and talking. So anyway, thank everybody. I really appreciate each and every one of y'all. I'll be accepting all the requests that come in. I'll be responding to all the messages. So just be patient with me. I'll accept all the friend requests immediately. Messages will be coming to you shortly. Y'all have a blessed evening. Thank you for stopping by. Pass the word around that that I like to help people. If they're on PS4, come check me out, and I'll help you gear up, help you get everything you need. Whatever you need, I got you. Holler at me. Y'all have a blessed evening, and I'll talk to y'all later.